Ash Blossom being the most played staple card compared even with other staples, in my experience, makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that Ash Blossom is this high up on the play rate scales, because I'm seeing this card in almost every deck. I want to point out that this thing here, the win percentage when the card was used is only slightly over 50%. I think that is a testament to Ash Blossom being, it's not a game winner except for if it's against branded, right? It's like, also what Skrelp is saying, if both players draw Ash, then of course one of them has to lose, so that impacts its play rate. Like when theoretically, if like everyone plays the card and the win rate is tends to be closer to like 50%, unless it's a card that when one player draws it and the other one doesn't, they always win, then it's higher than that. But for the most part, Ash is a solid card, and I think that is what people like about Ash as well. Like one of its downsides, it's also one of its major upsides. The fact that it's so balanced is why certain decks really want it. Like for example, decks that have a lot of room for non-engine really like to have Ash Blossom because it just has a solid impact in every matchup. Like there's no matchup where I open Ash Blossom and I'm like, damn, I wish I didn't have this, right? In most matchups, you're like, okay, well, this gives me a shot at interacting with my opponent, right? No matter what they're playing. And that's very valuable about Ash. However, what it also means is that in some decks where you don't have as much room for non-engine, I think you're typically looking for a card that has a little bit higher win percentage when the card is being used. Like I'd argue that some decks that only have room for like 5 to 6 non-engine cards would want to have a card that has more impact on the game than giving you roughly a 52% chance of, winning, which is not exactly what this means, but rough, like in that you get what I'm saying. An example of this would be like, for example, like Dark World is a deck currently that plays pretty much only 3 non-engine cards, and it would be really weird for Dark World for its only non-engine card to be Ash Blossom, because if you only have room for one playset of non-engine, you're not gonna pick Ash Blossom, right? Because if you do draw that card, you do want it to make as big of a splash as possible, as much impact as possible. But yeah,